Welcome to the Deep Dive. Today we're taking a close look at the Canadian Elite Academy, specifically their latest blog entry from July 20th and what's happening with their summer programs. Our mission is really to unpack what all this means for you, the athlete, or maybe you're a parent, and the wider volleyball scene.
Exactly. And this isn't just listing dates and times. We're going deeper, looking at their sort of unique coaching philosophy, why they offer such diverse programs. We'll also touch on practical advice for, both court skills and the mental side, drawing from their newsletters, feedback, even their virtual coaching stuff. It's about how they build well-rounded athletes.
Okay, so let's jump right in. The July 20th update, covering things through August. It looks packed. What are the immediate highlights?
Well, one big thing is the new availability for private training. And interestingly, they're offering it on both sand and hard court.
Right, that flexibility is key.
Yeah.
But the sand training, they really push that, even for indoor players. Why is that? I mean, what are the benefits they're highlighting?
Yeah, they lay out some pretty compelling points. Sand offers way more resistance, great for improving footwork, building core strength, explosiveness, stuff you don't get quite the same way indoors. Plus, you have to have better ball control and make quicker decisions because, the surface is unstable. Every touch is critical.
And the lower impact too, right? Less stress on the body.
Absolutely. Big factor for reducing injury risk. They even say it makes the hard court feel easier afterwards, like it builds a different kind of strength and control.
Makes sense. So where and when are these happening?
The beach private sessions are running through July at the SaskTel Sports Center, and the indoor ones are at Hank Carews Soccer Center through August.
Gotcha. And for something maybe a bit more laid back, the open pickup volleyball.
Yep, that's for all levels. They've got beach pickup at SaskTel and indoor pickup at Hank Carews. Good chance to just play, enjoy the weather if you're outside, get some music, son, or just get solid court time indoors. Great for getting touches in before school tryouts start heating up.
Speaking of tryouts, let's talk about the Making the Cut camps. These seem pretty targeted.
They really are, designed specifically to prep athletes for school tryouts. They have sessions for different groups, boys high school, girls elementary, junior high, senior high, and then their restricted elite 1 and 2 levels.
Okay, and this is where it gets interesting. I saw they added a second junior girls camp because the first one sold out so fast.
That's right. Camp TWO was added due to high demand. The original girls' junior high camp was completely full.
Wow. What does that tell you? Is it just CEA's reputation, or is there a real hunger for this kind of specific prep?
I think it's both. It definitely shows athletes and parents see the value in really focused tryout preparation. It's maybe a step beyond regular club training, especially with school teams getting more competitive. And yeah, it speaks volumes about the trust the community has in CEA to deliver that specific training effectively. Selling out like that, that's significant.
Definitely. Okay, moving on. The beach royalty tourney. Sounds intriguing. August, right?
Yep, August 8th to 10th at the Saskatoon Soccer Center beach courts for boys and girls. And it's a really unique format.
How so?
Well, you register as an individual, not a team, and then you rotate partners every single game.
Oh, interesting. So you're constantly adapting.
Exactly. You earn points based on how you do in each game, and climb this individual leaderboard forces you to learn how to play with different styles, communicate quickly, and a cool little bonus players who were in the July Beach 2 training can actually attend for free. Still need to register, though.
So it's less about team chemistry and more about individual adaptability and skill.
Right. They even frame it as not just another tournament, it's a title you'll want on your volleyball resume. Adds a bit of fun pressure.
Okay, so that covers the immediate summer stuff. But like you said, this connects to a bigger picture at CEA. Let's zoom out a bit. What makes them tick?
Well, look at their Canadian Elite Academy on the Road initiative. That tells you a lot. They're actively trying to bring their high-level coaching out to rural Saskatchewan. They offer, customized camps for clubs, schools, whole communities maybe missing out otherwise. They do need a local contact person to help coordinate things like gym space and promotion, which makes it a collaborative effort.
That's pretty ambitious. Managing quality control and logistics across different locations. It really underlines that mission you mentioned, fostering excellence everywhere, not just in the main centers.
For sure. And it ties into how they structure things internally, too, like their skill level system.
Right, the tiers. Next gen, basic, intermediate, advanced, and the elite levels.
Exactly. Next gen is for the real beginners. Then it progresses up. Basic, intermediate, advanced. And then Elite 1 and Elite 2 are restricted. You need to qualify. It ensures players are grouped appropriately.
Now, you sometimes see parents, maybe understandably, trying to push their kids into a higher level than recommended. CEA acknowledges this happens. Why do they think it occurs? And why are they so firm about proper placement?
It often happens because a player might be, the best in their small school or local group, so they seem ready for more. But skill is always relative to the group you're training with. CEA's stance is pretty clear. Putting someone in a group that's too advanced too soon can actually slow down their development. It can be discouraging.
Okay, that makes sense. But they also talk about the benefits of being like a top player within your correct level. What are those? It seems counterintuitive, maybe.
Right, but think about it. If you're one of the stronger players in your group, you learn self-motivation. You have to push yourself. You work on consistency because you're relied upon. You get opportunities to elevate teammates, develop leadership skills. You build real confidence from succeeding and mastering challenges at that level.
Ah, I see. So you learn to lead and succeed rather than just struggle to keep up.
Precisely. You master that level, then you move up. It's a much healthier progression, builds a stronger foundation. Contrast that with being constantly overwhelmed if you jump too soon.
That's a really valuable perspective. And this idea of tailored development, it links back to the private lessons too, doesn't it?
Absolutely. Those lessons, $149 an hour, I think, are super flexible, shareable cost for up to 6 athletes, which is great. And they can tailor it for individuals or even a whole team, sometimes even coming to your own gym space.
And they're looking beyond just the immediate season too, right? With off-season training.
Yes, they've launched a new off-season training program specifically for those Elite 1 and Elite 2 athletes. Plus, things like their summer league feed into plans for school season and club season leagues down the road. These are designed for athletes who might not make their school or club teams, ensuring they still have a place to play and develop year-round. It's about continuous opportunity.
Okay, let's shift gears a bit to the mental side, because skills are one thing, but the mental game, that's huge in volleyball. Tell me about this assistant virtual coach, the VAC.
Yeah, the VAC is a great resource. It's free, accessible online, basically a place for athletes to ask anything: technique, strategy, mental toughness, even life balance stuff.
So, like, give me an example. How does it help?
Well, they had this scenario about losing serve consistency, say, late in a match, like the third set.
Yeah.
The VIC breaks down potential reasons. Maybe it's physical fatigue or mental fatigue setting in. Could be a small breakdown in technique under pressure, or just the increased pressure itself, or maybe failing to adjust to how the game is flowing. Identifying the why is step one.
Okay, so it helps diagnose the problem. What about solutions?
Then it gets practical. It pushes SMART goals: specific, measurable, attainable, relevant, time-bound. So for serving, maybe a specific goal is improving your toss consistency. Measurable could be aiming for, say, 8 out of 10 tosses hitting the ideal spot in practice.
Right, actionable steps.
Exactly. Maybe an accuracy goal for clean contact, like 7 out of 10 serves going where you intend. And a routine goal developing and sticking to a pre-serve ritual to handle pressure. The core message is, improvement isn't magic. You have to earn it with effort. That means dedicated practice, focusing on quality reps, not just quantity, and simulating game pressure in training.
And they tie it back to the team too, right? Serving fuels individual, but
it's fundamental to team success. A consistent, effective serve starts everything off right.
let's talk about another unique CEA thing. The Academy League. How is this different from a regular league?
It's quite different. The main goal isn't really in-game coaching. It's designed for athletes to play, to try out the skills they're learning elsewhere in camps, privates, team practices, in a lower-pressure game environment.
So less instruction during the games.
Right. They call it a discovery method. Think of it like organized, stress-free pickup volleyball. Athletes register individually, then they get sorted onto different teams multiple times during the session. You're not always playing with your buddies. It forces you to adapt, communicate, and builds confidence in playing with anyone.
And the game day itself sounds different too.
Yeah.
Music, refs, but no scoreboard.
Yeah, exactly. Music's playing, there's a ref to keep things moving, but no visible scoreboard during the 15-minute games. You find out the score at the end. Athletes are expected to be pretty independent, know their court, their side, their position for each short game. And they have that fun Royalty of the Court award for whoever wins the most games overall.
And what about the parents?
Ah, yes. They have a very clear philosophy. The parent job is to parent, not coach. No yelling instructions from the stands, no coming onto the court unless there's an injury. It's all about creating that low-pressure space, letting the kids figure things out, learn from playing, build that self-reliance. It's crucial to their model.
Okay, so wrapping this all together, if you're an athlete or a parent looking at CEA, what's the big takeaway?
I think the core commitment is really clear. They're focused on developing well-rounded individuals, not just volleyball players. It comes through in the individualized skill work, the clear steps for progression, and building this supportive community feel where, self-improvement is valued more than just comparing yourself to others.
And practically speaking, the key advice seems to be don't wait to register, right?
Absolutely. As we saw with the Making the Cut camp, things do sell out, sometimes quickly, and they explicitly state they don't run wait lists. So if you're interested, act sooner rather than later.
Good tip. Anything else on the practical side? Refunds, feedback?
Yeah, it's good to know their refund policy varies a bit depending on the type of session, single day, month-long, camps, etc. Often it might involve finding a replacement or needing to request it within a certain window. You have to remember, they're a nonprofit, so they're balancing planning costs with being fair. And their feedback seems strong, that 4.7 out of 5 rating from, over 250 reviews. And they say they use participant input for future planning. That's always a good sign.
It really paints a picture of an organization that's thought deeply about not just what they teach, but how they teach it and the kind of environment they want to create. It's about building confidence and self-reliance alongside the volleyball skills.
Definitely. Which leads to maybe a final thought for listeners to chew on. Think about that compete against yourself idea or the SMART goal setting we discussed. Where else in your life, maybe completely outside of sports, could applying those same principles help you unlock your own next level?
That's a great question to leave us with. Hopefully, this deep dive into the Canadian Lead Academy has given everyone some valuable insights and maybe sparked some new ideas for your own journey.